order. And I am going to outline the process for the public hearing, and then we will have a report from the planner who will go over the details of the public hearing, or the matter which the public hearing is in regard, and then I'll invite those of the public who are here to comment on it if they would like to come forward to do so. And I welcome those in the audience today. The public hearing is being convened pursuant to Section 890 of the Local Government Act to consider land use contract discharge bylaw number 3144/2015, a bylaw to remove the land use contract between Electric Refrigeration and Appliance Limited and the City of Duncan for 361 Festubert Street. At this hearing, any person who believes that his or her interest is affected by the proposed bylaw shall be given an opportunity to be heard on the matter contained in the bylaw. Those of you who wish to speak concerning this bylaw should, at the appropriate time, commence your address to council and the meeting by clearly stating your name and address. Then you may give us the benefit of your views concerning the proposed bylaw. Members of council may, if they wish, ask questions of you following your presentation. However, the main function of council members this evening is to listen to the views of the public. It is not a function of council at this hearing to debate the merits of the proposed bylaw with individual citizens or with each other. Everyone who deems his or her interest in property to be affected by the bylaw shall be given the opportunity to be heard at this hearing. No one will be or should be discouraged or prevented from making their views known. After this hearing is concluded, the council may, without further notice, give whatever effect council deems proper to the representations made at the hearing. So I thank you for your cooperation. So I'd ask Ms. Janot if you would like to comment on the details of the discharge.
Okay, so the proposed bylaw to discharge a land use contract is for 361 Festubert Street, which is shown here on the map. Up in the top image, it's shown in red, hashed. So on Festubert between Coronation and Trunk. And on the lower map with the zoning, it's shown in yellow, just to show what the zoning of the surrounding properties is. And this land use contract has been in place since 1977. And amongst a building scheme that didn't end up being constructed, the land use contract restricts the use of the land to refrigeration, air conditioning, and electrical services and repairs, and construction and maintenance of a building for the provision and management of these services. And under current provincial legislation, all land use contracts will automatically be discharged in 2024, but a local government may discharge it earlier by approving a bylaw. And if this land use contract is discharged, then the C2 zoning will apply to this property. And C2 zoning is currently in place for most of the rest of the block currently.
Okay, thank you. So I would ask Ms. Robertson if we had any correspondence or either previous or after the notice or up to today.
We did receive a letter on September 11th, just after the agenda was circulated. It's been circulated to council as well as to members of the audience, and it was from Ken and Joan McKenzie, and they are objecting to the C2 zone as they are avid gardeners and have concerns with the potential for future variances to footprint, size, parking, setbacks, and height that would be allowed under the C2 zoning, and how future development might affect the amount of sun that they receive on their property. And that is the only piece of correspondence we received.
Okay, thank you. So at this point, I will invite anyone in the audience who has an interest with respect to this bylaw. If they wanted to come to the podium and give their name and address, they can address the council. Okay.
Oh, sorry. What does that mean exactly?
Well, if you wanted to speak to the public hearing with respect to this bylaw, then you can address council by coming to the podium.
Okay, sorry. So is this with regards to there is a concern about me having C2 zone on the property? Is that what this is saying?
This is with respect to the discharge of the current land use contract,
Okay.
which restricts the use.
Yeah.
As explained by the planner, the block, for the most part, has been zoned C2 for
Yeah.
some time. And so if you could just give your name.
My name is Dave Law
And where you live, not your specific address, but just your
in Shawnee Lake.
Shawnigan Lake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm planning on hopefully purchasing the building, and I've been there for 14 years now as teaching martial arts, and I'm just planning on buying the building off of John and Rupenthal and continuing martial arts there. I'm not planning on building any big structures there. I actually want to clean the place up a little bit, make it look a little nicer, and that's basically it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any questions from councillors? Councillor
Yeah,
Jackson?
so thank you for that. So you're just planning to perhaps modernize the outside, or
Yeah.
you're not planning to enlarge the building or anything like that?
No, not at all. No, I've been there for 14 years now already anyway, teaching martial arts, and just plan on doing the same thing and just clean up a little bit, fix up a little bit, and that's about it.
So is there more than one office upstairs? Where would you add? I understand that you might rent out to other businesses?
When I'm not there, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm only there 4 days a week as it is right now. I'm not there during the day. I'm there roughly 2 o'clock till 9, Monday to Thursday, and if somebody wants to use it during the day or on the weekends possibly, and there's office space upstairs that might be used for maybe yoga or something like that. Nothing allowed, nothing impact. In my opinion, I think it'd be better off as a martial arts school than a refrigeration or electrical building anyway, which might have more impact on the neighbors.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Any further questions, Mr. Presenter? No? Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to then ask for a second time if there's anyone from the public who would like to address the specifics of this public hearing. And I will ask for a third time and final time. Okay, seeing no one come forward, I will declare this public hearing closed. So we will recess for 20 minutes or, no, 10 minutes, 8 minutes, sorry, until council meeting starts. So thank you for your attendance. Okay.